Fortunatus, playing Spec Ops The Line. Only, I'm not playing Spec Ops The Line, I've recorded this beforehand. I've tricked you, once again, because I enjoy playing sick and twisted mind games with my loyal subscribers. As you can see here, I'm weighing up the difficulty options, and eventually deciding on normal, because I'm not a masochist. So the story of this game is that all of the sand in the whole world has been dumped on the United Arab Emirates, and a rogue element of the US Army is taking control of this sandy city, and the CIA is involved for some reason. And you might think, wow, that doesn't make sense. And I've been playing for about an hour and a half now, and it still doesn't make sense to me either. But, you know, that's just video games for you, I guess. As you can see here, we're on this sort of on-rails helicopter sequence where the game takes the opportunity to tell me that it was made by 2K Games, and it's a Jaeger production. And this Gatling gun doesn't really seem to do a lot, and I suspect the helicopters are just blowing up because they're scripted to, not because I'm actually shooting them. Which is kind of lame. I could probably not shoot it all and be fine, but there you go. And now we're flying into a big sandy storm to begin our sandy adventure in the sand. Look how rough his elbows are. Look at that, what's he been doing? Why is his elbow so calloused? You need to put some moisturizer on those, man, come on. But this is basically Sand, the game. And also copyrighted music, the game. So there's going to be segments where I just can't show you what happened because I don't want to get sued. I don't want copyright law enforcement officers breaking down my door and taking me to Guantanamo Bay, which is what I assume happens when you breach copyright. And there you go. There's the title screen. It tells you what the game's name is in case you've forgotten. Hopefully we'll be able to play soon. But no, there's more cutscenes. And the game takes this opportunity to tell you that the environment art was done by Robert Bergman and 2 other people. But it disappeared too quickly, so I didn't get to read their names. And here we go, we get to meet our protagonist, the guy we play as. Who basically looks like Commander Shepard, like all video game protagonists seem to these days. We have our 2 friends here. We have the token black man, and the other guy that makes bad jokes all the time. And oh no, the American flag is upside down. This is presumably symbolic of something. There's some crows. I try to shoot the crows, and I miss all of my shots. But then I just kind of like assume that I can't kill the crows, and then I get really sad. It took me a while to get over that, to be honest. But then I was really happy because I found out that you can make footprints in the sand. And here we go. Boom! I shoot the crow. And then I become happy again. Look, I flick the mouse in joy because I can actually shoot the birds. Over here there's a car with a dead body, a teddy bear, and like a baby seat thing. And I like to assume that the baby got out just fine and lived their life happily ever after. Because, I mean, the chair is empty, so that must have been what happened. Right? Look how much he looks like Commander Shepard when he's taking cover. Why does every video game character look like Commander Shepard? Why can't they make a male hero that doesn't have, like, stubble, a shaved head, dark hair, incredibly good jawline? You know, why can't we have a big fat ginger as a video game hero? That's what I want to play as. I want to play as a massive ginger neckbeard. Make it happen, someone. What's happening to my face? My face is like melting. Did you see that? There's like ripples all over my face. Is this what the desert does to you? It just makes your face melt off completely. I'm putting on my silencer. I'm not really sure like what disadvantage the silencer has, if any. But it sounds really cool, so there's that. So I like to use it a lot. For some reason this guy peeks out from behind cover and then decides not to shoot me. I guess he had a change of heart. Or he realized how incredibly handsome the main character was with his stubble and his jawline. Oh no, his hostage situation. Oh no, what is Fortunatus gonna do? How is he gonna save the day? Oh, he's gonna shoot the hostage. Yeah, I thought it'd be funny, okay? But then then it like sent me back to the beginning of the segment. So I have to fight through this shitty plane thing again. Alright, so I fight my way through the plane again. This time I don't shoot the hostage. I don't really get this, because I just peek over and shoot the guy that was going to shoot the hostage. And they just don't really do anything about it. They could have just killed the hostage, but... whatever. And it's Obama, guys! Holy moly! Look at that, it's Obama. What are you doing in Dubai? And he's dying, and he's like, ugh! I'm gonna tell you the information that you need, but only half of it. I'm gonna die before I tell you the important part. Happens in every game, and every movie. I can't stand this cliche, and he takes his last breath just as he's telling you the last... oh my god. Please stop doing this. Please stop doing this, game developers. So after we talk to Obama, we move on somewhere else, and then suddenly there's copyrighted music playing in this building. So I'll move on quite swiftly. So about this point, you get ambushed by about 50 million people, and then a sandstorm comes and sort of like saves you, and then you fall into a hole and end up inside a building for some reason. Honestly, I don't get it, but that's fine. Now we're inside the building. And you go, oh look, an exit. And I go up to the exit, and then the guy says it's locked. Okay, he says it's locked. Okay, it's gonna be important in a moment. Soon after he says that, we get ambushed, okay? Again, by about 50 million people. Now look at this, they throw explosives through the windows, okay? And then he says, door now. And then all of a sudden, he's able to get through the door. Like, we just spent 15 minutes shooting people and defending our position, and then he just kicks open the door he said was locked. Like, what? What was that bullshit? And look at this. Some people come in, so we go, oh, hide. And then we hide, okay? And they walk in, they're talking about us, they seem to be in charge. Now we could just come out from behind our cover and say freeze, put your hands up in the air, capture them, murder them, whatever. But no, we just let these two people who don't even have weapons just walk past. Why? You could have captured them. Or killed them, or so. Please. Please. Look, they're still alive, take care of them. Then he runs away. You could have stopped him. So even though this video game has a retarded plot, like just about every video game, I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite fun. The gunplay is good. Right here you see I'm being shot at by a turret, and I'm trying to figure out the key for grenades. Because I don't think the game actually told me what the key for throwing a grenade was, so I have to go into the pause menu, click options, and then find what the key binding was. It's Q, by the way. There we go, yay! The man died and he flew 50 feet into the air. So right here I find a doll, and it comes up that I found new intel and that I can listen to it for interesting plot points. But of course I don't care about the plot, so I just immediately close it. I don't give a fuck. So we've taken cover inside this building because there's yet another sandstorm. And look, there's candles everywhere. And I was thinking, wow, this must be a bitch to keep all these candles lit all the time. And I go over and I walk over onto them and they go out! The candles actually go out and I'm amazed by this. I'm like, whoa! Game of the year. Holy moly. And I'm just trying to put out as many candles as possible. So that when the guy that has to light all the candles comes into this room, he's going to be like, what the hell? Who would do this? It took me 3 hours to light all these candles. So that guy that we didn't capture when we had a perfect opportunity to do so is now beating the shit out of this guy. And this guy's hand bindings were really loose. They didn't, they didn't bother to check whether his hands were bound properly. And then he starts talking to us. And he puts his hands up, and I get really bored of listening to him talk. So eventually I just decided to shoot him. And I assume that the game is just gonna, fail. It's just gonna be like, oh, you shot the important guy, go back to the last checkpoint, but it doesn't. Instead he just dies, and we walk over, and my team chastises me. Chastises? Is that a word? Well, they tell me I'm an awful person anyway. And this actually made me feel kind of bad. So what I try to do is I try to reload the checkpoint and go back. And then there's a loading screen. But what I find is the game actually saved immediately after I shot him. So I just had to kind of live with those feelings, and as you can see I rage a little bit there. Yeah, I have to live with that now. I can never go back. But then there's a huge fight sequence where I constantly run out of ammo because the game doesn't want to give me enough ammo. And then more copyrighted music plays. So we're gonna have to skip forward a bit. Because I don't want to get sued, as I said before. So how does this massive fight sequence end? I need to shoot at a window to make more sand appear and swallow them. Basically, this game's solution to every plot point and every obstacle is sand. Just more sand everywhere.
What are they saying now?
They're saying, fuck you, why did you bring a whole bunch of sand into our building, you jerk?
Yeah, I think that's the least we can do.
That's what they're saying. Look at all this sand. Ahmed, go get the shovel. We need to we need to deal with this because bastard Americans let sand in. That's what they're saying. But look at this. We go out onto the top of this building and there's just sand everywhere. Look at it. There's like 20 stories of sand. All of the sand in the Arabian Peninsula has just been dumped on Dubai through storms. I mean, how does this happen? What is it? What happened? Here we go. I silently take out a couple of guys that are standing guard there. And I creep my way down the staircase. There's people talking over there. I try to take cover, but I press the wrong button and I actually throw a grenade and kill myself. So I silently take out the two guys again, and then look at this. I take cover. The people are talking on the other side of the wall. And then the main character says, hold your fire until I give the word. And what does this guy do? He just runs in and starts shooting his massive machine gun everywhere. He directly disobeyed an order. What does he think hold your fire until I give the word means? It's a madman. And now we're rappelling down this tower, and if you look closely you can see that only one of his hands is actually grabbing the rope. The other is just making a fist to one side of the rope. But I guess that's what they teach you in military training. And look, the spooky snipers. And what do we have here? A conveniently placed sniper rifle for me to use. And I have a moment here where I can't decide which weapon to swap out for the sniper rifle. This is one of the hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my life. Watch this headshot. That was beautiful. Here we go, we're gonna kick this door open. Oh no, I'm sliding away, help me! Did you see that? Okay, he's holding on with one hand. He then manages to get his other hand onto the ledge, and then he just lets go. And he's sliding down this building. Okay. And then he manages to grab this pole. Right? And then the pole collapses. He grabs this tether thing from out of his arsehole. Which seems to save him. If you like sand, I'd say definitely check out this game. Definitely give it a try. If you're a sand enthusiast, this is the game for you. But I hope you've enjoyed this post-commentary. And remember, Fortunatus videos are like... they're like a bowl of popcorn. Or a bag of Skittles. They're meant to be shared with other people. Oh god, that was awful. Actually, no, that's not even true, because I don't share either of those things. I eat all of those, you know, by myself. I don't share. Because I don't have anyone to share them with, but that's beside the point. Right, this is the end of the video now.